You're watching Road and Tracked. I'm Brian, and this is the Mazda CX-50. How do I know? Well, because it's got graphics on the hood. And obviously you saw the roof rack. What is this thing? Well, it's not a CX-5, because the CX-5 is taller. This is definitely wider and lower. And I've been driving it around. I've noticed it doesn't have a third row. It has pretty beefy tires. It's got these Wild Pack ATs. They're Falcons. They're 225/60 18s. They're not so nice for high-speed driving, but what I do notice is this thing is really like a rally car, but it's a little weird. It's got the Subaru look to it, but it has a much better trunk. Oh, I can't open it because I'm outside with the car running. I guess before I really get into this thing, I was expecting this roof to be sort of like, oh, maybe you can go rally driving and then go camping and put your tent on the roof, but it only holds 110 pounds, even though this thing is absolutely solid. And it actually is so solid and so big that when there's a crosswind, the car will actually move lanes with this thing on. It's different. Inside, we have this great stitching. It's very old school, like 80s Mazda RX-7 homage. I know because when I was a kid, my mom had one, so all this stuff looks really familiar. Stepping inside, auto windows, even in the front, even in the rear. We go auto up to full panel roof, right? So it has a lot of features. This thing's practically loaded. The window sticker is here. Okay, take a guess at the price. Nope, you're wrong. Only one of you is right. There we go. This is Zycon Sand Metallic with terracotta interior. It has a few options. Well, it says show and fleet. Ignore that. The Apex package, front and rear splash guards, 43,860, and that is a lot because I believe just a few years ago that was the price of a 4Runner TRD Pro, and here we are in a Mazda. This is 2023. And what I have to say to that is the average price now of the new car is $48,000. So this still comes in below the average price. Sorry about the sun glare. It is 8:52 in the morning. It is 44 degrees outside, and we are not used to this. So, get my seatbelt on here. Show you this cubby storage. There's no USB in here. That is a shock. Oh no, wait. There we go. So you can charge devices in there. There's a charge port here. 2 cup holders. Automatic. The automatic, okay, so let me just get right to the point. On the freeway, this thing it's just another car, but it only makes sense when it's raining outside and possibly when there's snow. I don't know, obviously. This thing definitely is fun when you are pushing it to the limit, and when it's like snowing or raining. It's a very much a rally car, and so that's what I want to get to. Is this thing is actually really fun. Mazdas are very sporty and very to the limit, and so when you do that, sorry, my hair's all messy because of my hoodie. I put my hoodie on, but I'm not really. I got the heater on. Anyway, when you push this thing to the limit, you are very rewarded, and it's going to happen with these tires, and that's what I'm going to get to next. just going through a neighborhood like this, you're not going to notice any difference. But when you get to the freeway and it's raining out and cars are going slow, this thing just cuts through. It's like when you go, oh, $44,000, when you start pushing it, that's when you realize that you're getting what you're paid for. The only problem is when you are on the freeway or accelerating off a light. This 2.5 liter turbo, this all-wheel drive, doesn't hook up like the Mazda 3 hatch does. Even though this is an automatic, in the hatch you could get the manual. I'm just saying, how would I say it? In this car, it feels like they took the Mazda 3, not the Mazda CX-5, and made something different. And that's what I want to get at here is this is more of a Mazda 3 than a CX-5. I always thought it was a CX-5 because it's called a CX-50, but it's not. I'm avoiding the street because this roof rack is so loud you wouldn't be able to hear me. Otherwise, I would have taken it off. That was the first thing I wanted to do, but then I'm like, nah, I'd have to put it back on and that would be annoying. Sorry, here we go. Anyway, the biggest downside to this car is I feel like they took the Mazda 3, made it this little rally car, which is cool. It doesn't look like the 3, which looks better than this, in my opinion. The deal is, it accelerates like they took a Mazda 3 and just put big knobby tires on it. And when you upgrade the size of the tires, or when you give it a lift kit and do all that kind of stuff, which is exactly what this feels like now, and my brain's like, that's what this is. You lose performance. And I feel like this has lost performance in that way. So keep that in mind. This is probably the slowest 2.5 turbo Mazda I have driven. And I'm not sure what to do if the yellow lights are flashing on the school bus. Anyway, in the end, like this has been a good car. It's definitely not my favorite Mazda. My favorite Mazda is the CX-5, actually, and the Mazda 3. So, wow, it's so bright right now. Anyway, just going through this, I'm trying to say, like, this is interesting. It's cool. If I lived in a place that had snow all the time or mud, I would definitely choose this over the 3, but I would know that I wouldn't need like so much off the line speed and stuff that I can get from the 3. And then as far as the CX-5, this feels chunkier, more rally version ready than the CX-5, which is just like everyday CUV, kind of like going to and from the store kind of thing. And this is more than a loaded CX-5. This is about the same, but it's more. It's like 44,000, and the CX-5 signature is 42. So I'm gonna leave you at that. I appreciate you guys and girls for watching. Let's put this down. Today's kind of a weird day because of the weather and my timing and my flights and all that. So I apologize for the shorter video, but it's a Mazda CX-50. It's got some features. I'm not lacking anything in here, and you know it rides really well. And I know I did a video comparing this thing to a Hyundai, a Kia Sportage, and I preferred the Sportage. The Sportage is a little different, and the Sportage is also less. So if this is too much for you and you wanted more of this stuff, that was the point of that video that I did like 2 years ago. So this video is basically saying this is specifically the Mazda CX-50. I think I figured it out. Wow, sorry about that. The light is crazy today. I'm gonna go home and have some mushroom breakfast. Thanks for watching, and next car will be interesting because I've sworn off a particular type of cars, but I'm driving it anyway. That's just kind of where we're at today. All right, see you later.